Hi everyone, it's Andrew and it's Saturday lunchtime. I'm just going to give you a quick roundup of what's on my desk. Starting with this thing. This is from BA Model Studio, who sells through Asiatees, and he's also got his own eBay outlet. He makes very nicely detailed custom parts for the HG Hummer. What I've ordered from him is, well, let me show you what it is. Let me tell you what it actually is. It's a BAH09 if you're really going to go and hunt one of these out. And it is a 10th scale model of an XM153 CROWS Vehicle Integration Auto Weapons Station. Jesus. It is essentially called the CROWS system, and it stands for, so it's an American thing. Obviously it's got to have lots of initials. It's a remote control gun platform. So it sits on top of the Hummer. The guy sits in the back seat of the Hummer behind the bulletproof glass and tracks his targets and opens fire from within the vehicle, which is safer than having his head sticking out the top. Let me zoom in. I'll try and put it together first, give you a vague idea of the size of this thing. I'm thinking that this is the gun platform and the sides of the turret, and this is the gun receiver barrel rear section that sits in there. The gun barrel is a sheet of brass tubing, hollow brass tubing, and that's going to sit inside the barrel. I'm not going to push it in. I don't want to break it on air. Probably got to cut this down to size. I don't think it's that long, so it probably sits about that. It probably sits back in the housing somewhere. You've then got a whole variety of, we've got some sensors there. I'm guessing they go that way around with the hood on. This looks like maybe that's the mount. Maybe that's what sits on the roof. Speaking of the roof, here's the roof of the Hummer. So if I wedge that up with something, I'm thinking maybe that sits on, it's got a ridge on it, so I'm guessing that maybe sits on the windscreen, and it sits on there. Now, how the rest of it attaches, that looks like the magazine box, so that's going to go on the side. How the rest of it all attaches, I don't know. I'm going to have to spend some time working it out. But it's quite a big thing. Obviously, it's quite a substantial item. I'm not convinced it's going to survive being rolled down a bank terribly well, so I'll have to watch out for that. But you can see what I mean. There's the really great hole that the guy would have to stick his head through normally to use a manned turret, which is what I wanted initially. Let me tell you, I did want the manned with the big slab sides on it and everything. I wanted that, but it was too expensive to buy it from this guy directly on eBay. It was too much shipping. Was the problem. So I went to Asiatees. Their shipping is it's like $10 or something, and they had this and various other bits and bobs as well. So I went for this instead. And it's lighter. It's going to be lighter on the truck, so it's going to make the truck a little bit less top heavy than maybe the big gun turret will. That was an issue I was thinking, and it was cheaper. And if it rolls over and snaps in half, it's probably less of a problem to fix than a big slab-sided turret and stuff. Anyhow, so yeah, let's have a look at some of the close-ups on this, because I tell you, the detail is out of this world. There's the belt, the bullet feeding belt, in which the bullets come out of. I think that big rectangular bucket thing, and they're going to slide. So I'm guessing it's gonna sit a bit like this. There's the big hopper. So the bullets are sitting in the middle. The thinner middle section are the bullets themselves, and this is just the feeding. The outer section is the feeding mechanism. The bullets slide through it. It's exquisite. I hope you can see. You can actually see through in various parts, and I can probably just poke away the bits of resin. I mean, it's super crisp, super sharp. Nice and sharp, lots of detail. The gun itself is extraordinary. if you can make that out. Let me just check the exposure because it's white, of course, and that's not going to help. Yeah, does that look any better? So I'm just darkened the camera down a bit, so it's not going to bounce the light off it so hard. You can see the bolts, see the this kind of trademark sleeve is perforated. It's got the charging handle on it. On this lovely bolt detail here, beautiful charging handle, and it's got this barrel changing handle here, so the barrel obviously slides in the front, and this is what they would grab and yank and pull the barrel out when the barrel gets too hot, which is pretty quick. Again, cast in the same resin, beautiful, amazing. It survived, to be honest, the kind of thing that would snap straight off in the box. You've got sights in there. Can you make out those sights? Where are you? Look, see the sight on the top? Look at that thing up there. Let's turn it upside down. See it maybe. See it there? Amazing. Very nice. The back of the gun's got the same. Got the handles, the trigger, which is that V-shaped paddle thing there. You lift that up, you press that up with your thumbs, and pop, 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 bang. Or is it down? Might be down. You press it down with your thumbs. Let me show you which way here. Yeah, you press it down with your thumbs when you're holding the handles. Beautiful detail. Beautiful detail. So these are the here's the sensors. Look at them. So if I can only figure out how it all goes together, it's going to look pretty amazing. I think it's going to have some. It's got some lovely, lovely bits of detail on it.